Good afternoon. I told you guys I was going to come back and work a new claim with y'all. So I'm about to start on a new claim in just a minute. Good afternoon. I'm just about to get started on a new claim, guys. Hey, how are you? Okay, I'm just looking over a new claim that was assigned to me. So it looks like my insured vehicle driver, tractor driver, reversed out of the scale and collided into another vehicle. Let's see what type of vehicle he hit. He hit another tractor trailer. Okay, so I have tractor trailer versus tractor trailer. So my insured was backing off of a scale and bumped into another tractor trailer. Looks like the damages are going to be minimal. Let me go look at the pictures. So I like to just get a heads up before I go in to review my coverage and liability on just on what I'm dealing with, what actually happened, and what type of damages that may have occurred. So that's for my prayer. And even though I'm gonna say it's minor damages, I still have to review to see if the claimant party is gonna want to pursue any type of bodily injury claims. Oh, he got a nice truck. Okay. So yeah, it's minimal damages. Hey, Miss Stacy. I got a new claim. I got about 6 of them on Friday, and I worked 5 of them. But I just got one this morning, so I'm working this one from the beginning. So I remember y'all saying y'all wanted to see me work a claim from the beginning. So I was just taking a look at the pictures and stuff. I took a look at my facts of loss, and it looks like my tractor driver was backing off of a scale and hit another tractor trailer. But the damages on this one appear to be minor. So I'm gonna go in and it's a liability policy only, which most of mine, I did have a new claim Friday where it was first party. I had a couple complex Friday, but not this one is not complex at all. This one is not complex at all. So let me look at the unit. Oh, insurance card. Mexican driver's license. Okay. So a lot of times, like when I get a first notice of report and I start getting emails from the driver in regards to the claim and it's in Spanish, one thing I do is I'll just copy it, especially if it's typed. I can copy it and paste it into Google Translate, and most times it'll translate it word for word for me. Very seldom do I get one where Google is having a hard time translating. The only time Google has a hard time translating is if it's handwritten. But if they type up, it is whatever. If it's the first notice of loss or their written statement, I can most times copy it and paste it in Google Translate and get it translated. Because I'm dealing with a lot of truckers coming out of Mexico. So I'm gonna start. I looked at the damage photos. I read the facts of loss just to gauge where I am. So I'm gonna start with my coverage. So with my coverage, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my policy and my certificate of insurance. Okay, I'm sorry, I got distracted by a team's message. So I'm gonna pull up my policy and my certificate of insurance. I'm gonna move it over here to my third screen. Um, do I need my deck page? Let's see. Okay, so my deck page is gonna show all of my coverages. And I'm gonna split my third screen. So I got my COI, which is my certificate of coverage, and I got my deck page. Okay. Okay, I'm reviewing coverage, guys. So I'm gonna go to my claim, and I want to look at the vehicle that was involved and the name of the company. First, I want to make sure it's assigned to me. You don't want to work and don't get credit. Okay, so it is assigned to me. I am the adjuster assigned. Um, okay, so I see mine. Okay, so I got the name of the company, my insurance company. Okay, so that's listed on the policy. My policy period is 4/14/2023 through 4/14/2024. My date of loss, that's important because I want to verify that my date of loss fall within the policy period, and it does. I want to verify my coverage. It's auto liability only. Auto liability only means that if my insured incurred any damages, I would not take care of them. It means that because they are liable for the accident, then I'm going to take care of the other party's damages. Okay, so that I can check that off. So my company is listed, the data loss is within the policy period. Now I want to check for the vehicle that was involved in the accident. And it was a 2008. Okay, so that's the claimant. Let's check our vehicle. My vehicle, my insured vehicle is a 2012 Kenworth tractor. So let's see, I want to make sure that my vehicle is listed on this policy. And if it is listed, I need to make sure as to when it was listed. So I can go to my certificate of coverage, 2012 Kenworth tractor, last four digits, 2612, 2612. So that's the vehicle that was involved in the accident. So that's a check off. So I got coverage. So that's another check off for my coverage. So as far as coverages, we're good to go. I gotta check my driver though and make sure that my driver is listed on the policy. And if my driver is listed on the policy, when was he listed? And I need to know the class of his driver's license. So I'm gonna go to my documents and pull up the driver list because it's not listed on my certificate of insurance. And it's not, let's see. Can you pull up my driver's list? Oh yeah, my mama phone was so loud. And she broke her ankle. Let's see. What's his name? What's my driver's name? Okay. So I got my driver's name. Let's go. Okay, so my driver is listed. All right, so coverage is cleared. So I cleared my my driver, the effective date of the policy. I verified that my data loss DOL is within the policy period. And I just have a little template here, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of typing because I have a template that I just check off. My template kind of looks like this: coverage, policy has auto liability, coverage only, effective date, data loss. Then I have a template with my vehicle information. VIN number, vehicle is listed since policy inception. My driver, I have his name, driver is listed, and my driver has a Class B Mexican driver's license. So I'm going to go to my policy and make sure there's no exclusions or no particular class that we'll be needing. Hold on, y'all. My mama distracted me. I'm going to ask her to turn that down. Mama, you turn your phone down a little bit? Turn your phone down a little bit. Your phone loud. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so my coverage is cleared. And then there's one other thing I have to clear. When we have a driver coming out of Mexico, sometimes the policies have a limited amount of miles that they can drive within the United States. This policy has 500 miles. That's the limited amount of miles that he could leave the Mexican border and drive into the United States. If he went outside of those miles, we could deny him, but most times we don't. But the accident occurred at my mile within 110 miles within the United States, 110.85 to be exact. So as far as coverage, we're good to go. So my concern is not so much to my insured's vehicle, but I do, and I've already looked at the photos for liability. I want to make sure that the photos the damage photos are in line with the facts of loss. So, and that just means that if he backed into them, I should see rear end damage uh, to my trailer. And then wherever the facts of loss says that he struck the other vehicle, then that's where I should see the damages. So, and he's joined at, look like I got a meeting coming. Let's see. What are you talking about? What was the meeting topic? Please join at, do you want us to join now? I didn't get it. It's not on my calendar, so let's see. Oh, it was on my calendar. Oh no, that's not me. That's another team. Okay. Okay. Look like I gotta join a meeting. Okay. I had to join a meeting, y'all. I'm gonna pick back up where I left off. The only person that has their camera on is the supervisor. So we don't necessarily have to turn on our cameras unless they ask us. I wish I could turn this off so y'all could hear, but small talk, wasting my time. I could be working my claims. So I'm just in an unscheduled meeting, guys, and I'm on YouTube and TikTok. So I apologize. Now, if I wasn't on live, what I would be doing is actually working my claims. But because I want to talk through them with you guys as I work, I'm not going to do it. Because right now it's just a whole lot of small talk. So this is my first meeting as a group. Last minute unplanned meeting. So this is my first one with the company. This is my 4th week. Is it my 4th week or my 3rd week? My 4th week. Now we're talking about Thanksgiving. I got you, DeQuince. Give me just a second. Cream, cheese, and mashed potatoes. Okay. Still small talking, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm in a meeting, guys, so bear with me. I was trying to see if I could post it. It's not, we're talking about Thanksgiving now. We're still waiting on other people to get in. So I'm excited to see what the interactions are between everybody. Me too. Not really. Feeling pretty good. I am doing well. I'm in a meeting right now, so they're on California time and I'm in Louisiana, so it's still morning for them. Early afternoon, late afternoon for me. I do. For the ACD invoices, are they attached to the estimate? How am I gonna receive it? Okay, okay. And what other invoices? What about Metro? Am I gonna receive invoices for them as well? Okay, okay. this is a two-part question. I forwarded you an email with invoices from SCA this morning from the prior adjuster. You want me to take care of those, or is that something you're gonna take care of? Okay, okay, good deal. And I forgot, I didn't hear the question that was asked about two reps prior to me, but I think she asked about an email address in regards to something, and I missed that. Okay. I have one more question. I'm sorry, guys. I know y'all trying to move on to Thanksgiving. Okay, so the email, the claim invoices that we're gonna use, what is it used for? When do I use that email? Cause I don't know. Okay. 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 Mhm. Okay. 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 And that's only if I feel like I need assistance with paying my invoices. Okay. Good deal. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. got this. So now I'm gonna see if I can rejoin the meeting. Verizon. So I just connected my work laptop to my Wi-Fi because I don't have power. I need to charge it. Hello?
Your lights went out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure it wasn't me.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm on my hotspot now in the meeting. I'm gonna call you when I get off. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right.
My daughter has a house in this neighborhood, so she wanted to know if my power was out too. Hmm? Yeah, I'm connected to my hotspot. Yeah, the light's off, Ma. I'm in a meeting. I'll be out in a minute. I updated one this morning. Oh my God. Happy holidays. Okay. Bye bye. Okay, y'all. Yes, I am in Louisiana. I just got out of a meeting, a last minute meeting. Uh, it's dark in my house because my power is out. And I don't have all my screens, but I do just have my laptop connected to my Wi-Fi. This is good to have. I usually use this. You think that was quick? I usually use this when I'm traveling. Yeah, I hope it don't be down for long. But I usually bring my Wi-Fi like when I'm traveling or if I'm going to a doctor's appointment or whatever, and I want to have my laptop connected. For some reason, I cannot download Teams on my phone. Um, so because I can't download Teams on my phone to stay in chat, like if my supervisor sends me something or if they have a last minute meeting scheduled like today, like you don't want to miss that. Like if I'm out at a doctor's appointment or at my kids' school or whatever. But it won't allow me to download Teams to my phone, and I'm not sure why. I'm sure it's probably a company restriction. And keep in mind, this is my 4th week with them. I finally get paid on Wednesday. I'll let y'all know how that goes because they didn't have a payment system, remember? For hours. But yeah, that meeting was basically about outstanding invoices. Now, this is the first company that I've worked for that I've had to take care of the invoices from the damage appraisals. So what I was asking was, where do I get those invoices? Are they attached to the appraisal? And it's the very last page of the appraisal. So now when I get an appraisal done on a vehicle, which I'm gonna have to go back and find some because I've been sending appraisals and scheduling them, and I'm gonna have to pay the invoices that's associated. And then also, I received an email this morning. It was all of the prior reps' emails comes to me, and oh, my baby say her guy friend sent her flowers today. But anyway, I think I like him. But anyway, um, so I forward that email to my supervisor immediately because I didn't know anything about it. I'm just learning as I go. There was no formal training or anything like that. I'm learning their workflows and specifics as I go. As far as like how to work a claim or what have you, I got that part. It's just their little nuances that I need to learn. And like this morning, I put in a request to chat for what did I ask for, and I still haven't gotten. Um, which means I'm gonna have to go back. I need access to this company is fairly small. I see, but it's been around for about 20 years, and they're growing. Um, I need a California POA for a total loss. Power of attorney. So usually when you have a total loss vehicle, per the state, you have to sign a power of attorney just saying that it's okay for me, the insurance company, to handle your vehicle total loss, just different things like that. Um, how did you? I found this job on Indeed for adjusters. Indeed, Glassdoor, LinkedIn, and ZipRecruiter are all great places to find jobs for adjusters. I know that there'd be some scammy type things going on, but for our adjuster positions, like, it's hard for them to scam us. Either, it's just hard. Like, either they're gonna hire us or they're not. So I'm gonna probably go over to my supervisor and send him a reminder at the end of the day that I need these things to keep my files moving. But that's where I found this job. As far as like my salary and everything, they didn't budge. The only thing he said was, he was like, "What can I do to get you to come work for us?" And what do I have to pay you for you to come? And he was like, don't give me no crazy numbers. You give me something I can work with. And when I gave him the number, he met my number. So, would daily claims be good for a person with health issues instead of chasing storms? Yes, definitely. Yeah, definitely. But it depends on, when you say daily claims, are you talking about daily claims as a staff adjuster, or daily claims as a CAT independent adjuster? Because even on daily claims as an independent adjuster, the workload is heavy, heavy, heavy. Heavy, heavy, heavy. But as a staff adjuster, definitely. Does it seem that they actually have a workflow? Because so far they are happy with whatever you're doing. They really don't. They were updating us on the invoices, and I mean, you have people that's been with them for years that had questions in regards. I didn't even realize I had to pay invoices. Like, that wasn't told to me. So that's why I got to. The only thing I knew about invoices was this morning when I got in. I hear emergency vehicles, but that was this morning when I got in, and I saw, they said, "Hey, you got invoices need to be paid," but the email was sent to the prior adjuster whose position I'm taking. And I just forwarded it to him because I ain't know nothing about it. And that's what he just told me. You could disregard those. But I do have invoices that I need to pay. So I'm going to do a report in ACD and see if I can go in and take a look at all of the claims that I've requested appraisals on. And appraisals mean I sent them out to look at the cargo or the tractors or the vehicles that we hit and write a damage report on, and go find the invoices and pay it. If I can't find them, then I'm just gonna wait on them to send me a list, because like I said, I didn't know about those prior. What other information they shared? The first 10 minutes was basically small talk, and I took notes for myself. Okay, and they said don't worry about the invoices from SCA. Good deal. They just told us that if the claim is closed, I don't have to reopen it to, we don't have to reopen it to issue a vendor payment. And then they gave us an email to request assistance. So just say I get a claim and there's like 10 invoices attached. The difference is, if I pay them myself, I could pay them with the claim closed, and if the claim is closed, then there's no reserve set, but I could go in and issue the payments. If I request assistance with my payments, I would have to reopen the claim and set my reserves in order for them to issue the payment. So if I can stay on top of issuing my payments, I'd just rather do it myself. That way I don't have to reopen, set reserves, issue the payments, and then reclose again. So I would definitely try to do it myself. I hope that makes sense. And yes, Ryan, I am in Louisiana. Am I cooking for Thanksgiving? My daughter's hosting Thanksgiving. I have to cook deviled eggs and dressing. My mama have to cook a ham and pies, and And I'm just talking about out of my house. I was like, damn, we gotta bring everything, huh? And my husband have to deep fry turkey, and we're taking all of that to my daughter's house. And I'm a chick from the bricks. I'm feeling pretty good. Thank you so much. I'm doing well. I'm doing amazingly well. My year is ending way better than it started. I got all my health issues under control. I only work 7.5 to 8 hours a day. I'm no longer on cat assignment. Uh, and I'm only working on one screen right now, which I can't work. It's hard for me to work on one screen. So in fingerprint schedule for tomorrow, I'm excited and ready for the journey. Any tips should I apply with experience? Um, Congratulations. Yeah, right now the independent adjusting world is slow. It's slow. It's like there's really nothing going on. If there is something that's popping up, my team's just going off. My supervisor sent a video of his daughter. If anything is popping up or coming up, it's going to go to experienced adjusters that's been sitting at home all year. So what I would say, what I've been telling my mentees and what we've been talking about is staff positions. So if you're not currently employed and you want to get some experience, apply for some staff positions, entry level, especially if you're not working. If you're not working, you're not taking a pay cut. You could probably start at 50,000, 50 to 60,000 just based on your prior work history. And Mama, what time you got? Let me see. 11:50. Okay, it's almost time for me to go get my kids. So yeah, look at staff jobs, and then also during this downtime or slow time in the independent cat adjusting field, take some certs. Get some certifications like with State Farm, Allstate. Take some file handling certifications. Do different things like that to kind of like, have you prepared. So when and if you do get a deployment later on in the year, you already have that experience and you're not trying to learn as you go. You're not trying to learn as you go. Start getting on rosters with your new license. And like I say, try to take certifications. If you're unemployed, apply for entry level positions. You need to be studying. Okay. No, no. I don't recommend personally spending money on Xactimate when you're new to the game. I really don't. Um, because Xactimate is like Xactimate is not the only software that we use. We use Symbility. A lot of companies that use Xactimate, it's going to be your bigger companies because Xactimate is so expensive. A lot of the companies uses Symbility, right? So will it help you? Will it look good on your resume or what have you? Yes. If you can afford it, should you get it? Yes. So you have to get Xactimate 1, 2. If you're going out in the field, even Xactimate 3. But I just, with my mentees, like, first we want to see where you're going to go in. Are you going to go into auto adjusting first, or are you going to go into property, which is where Xactimate is used? Where auto adjusting, you're using CCC, and this is regular. This is not what I'm doing. I use ACD and SCA because I'm doing cargo and tractors and stuff like that, commercial adjusting. But with your regular cars and stuff like that, we use Mitchell and CCC and different programs like that. So Xactimate is only when you get into property. So yeah, I don't recommend spending money on Xactimate right out the gate unless you got disposable money. If you feel like you're going to need to recoup that money as soon as you spend it, hang tight on that. That'll come. You may end up with an offer or an assignment where Xactimate is not even being used. Okay, now if I was selling Xactimate, I'll tell y'all, yeah, go get Xactimate, but no, not unless you have that disposable money. A good way to get certifications is to get on rosters. GRS adjusters, they're out of Florida. They have great training. Pilot has great training. Ebrils have training. Most of the firms, the cat firms, have training, and it's more is and most of the time it's free, especially during this season. Off season is free. Yeah, AIC is designation. I don't have it. I looked into getting it. But I never took the time to go get it because my assignments was lasting so long. But it's great to have. Um, it's great to have, but it's not something that and not I'm not talking to you, Stacey, but I'm talking to people that's just getting licensed or studying. Don't worry about AIC designation or anything like that. First, get in, and then go from there. But yeah, it's good to have that designation on your resume if you can get it. I've never had it though. I looked into getting it, but when I got on my deployments and they started lasting a year and a half, I just didn't have time to do it. But yeah, it's a great designation to have. But yeah, all of your firms like GRAS, Ebrels, Pilot, Crawford, they all have certifications. They have State Farm certifications. They have Allstate, Liberty Mutual. They have Progressive certification. I worked Progressive total loss for a year and a half, and I never had certification. And I just came across one of my mentees was like, Miss Becky, they have Progressive total loss certification on there. I'm like, take it. So yeah, that'd be good to have. And I just missed some of y'all questions when I was in my meeting, so I'm just trying to go back. But no, if you don't spend your money on Xactimate unless you have disposable money, and because there's another, and Symbility is really Symbility has been out for many years. They've been out the whole time I've been in the field, but they are really just gaining traction because Xactimate is so expensive for the companies. The big companies, yeah, they'll use it, but Xactimate is used for like for your for property damages, for your homeowners and different things like that. And I've been collecting. I'm gonna do a live one of these evenings, y'all, and I'm gonna talk about some of these companies that I've come across that's hired my mentees and stuff as entry level. I've been kind of keeping a list of them, but I'm gonna do it like in the evening because I have a lot of people that get on in the evening, and we did this one evening. Uh, you have the Symbility cert, a CCC one. Yeah, I don't know if CCC and Mitchell's, that's like an auto appraisal type program. They're not hard to use. I would even say you wouldn't need a certification unless you are interested into going out into the field and actually appraising the damages. I would say during like a major catastrophe, it's going to take a major catastrophe to get things rolling in the independent field. It's going to take a major catastrophe. Yeah, and the more designations and certifications you have, the more money you can ask for as a staff adjuster. Pretty much on deployments, when you getting called for a cat deployment or anything like that, it is what it is. The rates are what the rates are. Very seldom can you negotiate the rates as an independent cat adjuster, as a cat adjuster, right? Them storms going on and they calling you ready for deployment, this is what we pay, this is what it is. They're not gonna sit up and have a conversation with you in regards to, your salary or your pay rate or what have you. Now, for staff, there's some leadway in negotiating your salary as a staff adjuster, and those designations and different things can assist you. And then when I tell you guys to look into entry level, you can look into entry level property or auto, any entry level, because if you work an auto claim, you can work a property claim. Now that's just the claim itself, that's not the nuances that it take to work through the claim. But like you have to clear coverages, and all that stuff. Like you review your FNOL, you clear coverages. Like they work differently, but kind of similar. So you know how to dot your I's and cross your T's as far as the claim itself. I went from auto to property. I had a lot of new stuff to learn. I had to learn Xactimate, and I did it. Back then, I didn't have no Xactimate certification. We learned it, they did a brief overview for about an hour and 30 minutes on Xactimate. And then when we got in, I used to be a fast learner too until I got into menopause. But then when we got in, oh, my light went out. I'm sorry, y'all. My power is off. As we got in, we just learned it was like a learn as you go type thing. I know my neighbor's probably checking with energy to see what the problem is. So if you travel to the law site, I've never done that. I've done that once, and that was during the flood in Baton Rouge. I can't even remember the year. And that was after, the only thing I had to do, I didn't even have to write I didn't have to write an estimate of anything. The only thing I had to do was go in, verify that there was a flood line, take a picture, sit down with the residents, get the name and ages and social security numbers of all the residents that was in the home, and then issue a check. That's all. That's my field adjusting experience in a nutshell. My power off. But anyway, I keep saying it because I'm like, it ain't came back on yet. What was I about to say? But typically, as a field adjuster, it looks like you having to be ready to roll. You having to have all of your equipment, like your ladder, steel toe boots, cameras, being able to having connections to plug up your computer, your laptop, or whatever it is while you're there, and you're typically writing the appraisals on 2 to 3 homes a day, depending on the amount of damages. Be ready to climb on the roof. A lot of that climbing on the roof can be outsourced, because last year I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go into the field, and I was just looking at different ways I could get out there without having to climb the roof. And one of them, they have this company called Ladder Now, and they have a couple companies out there right now where you can actually pay them to come and do the estimate and the pictures of your roof, and then you just include it in your estimate, but you're paying them out of pocket, right? So that's typically what it looks like. Long days. Then when you get back to your hotel, you got to sit there and write all your reports and things like that. Typically, when you're outbound on a property assignment, and I'm talking about property like a hurricane, tornado, whatever, you have to I lost my train of thought. You have to, what I was about to tell y'all, damn, I hate when that happens. When you're typically outbound, yeah, you have to go back to the hotel, you have to write all your reports and have them uploaded. And most times you're out there by yourself, right? Unless you have somebody working with you. And I do know of teams that go out together. I was gonna say something else shit, but I don't remember. Yes, now, okay, so the question is, I wonder if a drone would help in those field situations. Yes, for the companies that allow you to use drones. All companies do not allow you to use drones. And you can get drone certification. You can get drone certifications. Some companies allow you to use drones. Not all. But yeah, if you can use a drone and that company gives you the approval to use the drone, then yes, you can. I always recommend New York license. Now, I was in the field it took me 11, 12 years to get, I just got my New York license this year, back in February. New York license is always a great license to get, and they hold so much weight because they have the most insurance companies in the United States. And they don't just hire for reps in, I'm gonna let my supervisor know that my power is out. Let's see, where is he? Here he is. So I just let him know that my power was out. Yeah, New York laws are crazy, but what I was about to say is New York don't just recruit for citizens or people that live in New York. Most of the insurance companies in New York, they hire firms to recruit for them. And as long as when you say you have a New York license, I think that's what helped me get this one. When you in the one before this, when you say you have a New York license, um, that holds weight. That holds weight. I don't have a California license, but I'm working under my company's California license. So most TPA firms in California, if they're a TPA firm, then they can allow you to work under their California license. Because I asked him, do I need to go ahead and get my California license? He said, no, not unless you want to. Or you plan on leaving us going somewhere else, I'm sure, you know. So I'm working under, so my email has a California license listed on it on this job and the one I had prior as a commercial adjuster. Okay, I gotta look at that. But yeah, New York licenses are great to have. The three states where you have to test independently, they're all great to have. That's gonna be New York, California, and Hawaii. The New York, California, and Hawaii. They're all great to have, and you have to test independently. They don't do reciprocal. Are all of the TPIs requiring you to get New York licenses? I don't know. If I'm gonna check into that. Um, Usually TPAs. I work for a TPA. They, you know what? They may. Um, my daughter works for the first commercial TPA job that I had. She still works with them. She don't have New York license. My daughter that has the experience, but my daughter that just really started working in claims this year, the company she's with has her studying for her New York licenses right now, but she's not with a TPA. She's with the company. So I don't know. I'm gonna see. I hadn't heard that they are requiring you to get New York license. Yeah. So yeah, my daughter, the second one was hired without it. My daughter that's with the commercial, the one that pulled me into commercial adjusting, she does not have a New York license. She keeps saying she's going to get it, but they haven't required her to get it just yet. I use Kaplan for New York license. My daughter now is using Adjuster Pro, and that's because the company is paying for it. But I use Kaplan, and I took it twice. The first time I took it at home, and it was proctored, and I did not pass it. I missed it by a few points. And the second, and I waited like 2 or 3 days and scheduled to go into the I think it's called Alliance here. It used to be PSI, but I went to Alliance, and I took it at Alliance where you got to go in, you got to lock up your personal possessions like your purse and all that stuff, your phone, and you go sit down in a big room with people that's testing for respiratory therapists, for the plants, for nursing and different things like that. Everybody sit in a room. They have people walking around the room, and you take the test. I found that test was easier than the proctor test that I took at home. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, it was easier than the proctor exam that I took at home, because when you proctor, like, you have to sit there, you have to show your ears, you can't do this. You can't wear a watch, a smart watch. You can't have anything in your ears. You have to scan your room up and down. And then the test itself was just harder. When I went into Alliance to take my exam, I can tell you that I finished the exam so quick. I'm like, 30 minutes I was done. And I was like, dang. I was like, dang. I think about it, Stacey. I was like, dang. I finished it so fast, and then I started going back, going through my answers, and I was like, nope, don't do that. Don't change your answers. I submitted it, and they was like, you passed. And like I said, I used Kaplan, and I just feel like they gave me everything I needed. Kaplan, I want to say, is based out of New York. I may be wrong, but it's like the information that they provided and the quizzes at the end is what brought me there. Because once you get into claims, you guys, you'll realize that the testing and stuff you need, that general knowledge stuff is just basic general knowledge stuff. And it's not, you don't refer to that when you're working your claims. You know what I'm saying? You just need to pass the test to show your, I guess, your comprehension level. As far as like my mentorship programs, like, I don't do the mentorship anymore because I'm working full time and it's just too much. But I do like one-on-one consultations. Like, if you want to, book a one-on-one, have all your questions down, and just want to connect just to make sure you're headed in the right direction, and just get some information maybe that I don't share, which I try. I share a lot. But yeah, if you want one-on-one, then yeah, you can book a consultation. But I don't do like the mentorship program anymore. I don't do that. And what I'm doing now is I'm not, I'm not trying to sell y'all anything. I'm just trying to provide the information and just to be here, to answer the questions if I can. But yeah, I think New York licenses are definitely good to have, and I know they look good on my resume because I have so many licenses. The ones that I make sure to list is Texas, Louisiana, New York, and Florida. I always list those individually, and then I'll put my NPN number. Your NPN number, if they want to, they could take your NPN number and they could pull up all of your licenses. And the only reason I have all of those licenses is because the carrier the company I worked for prior to this one, they applied and got me all of those reciprocal licenses. I didn't do it on my own. As an independent adjuster, I kept about 10 licenses. So yeah, if you want to do that, then go ahead to my website and book you a one-on-one consultation. Cause that's all I'm doing right now, like one-on-one, and it's an hour. And I'll send you out a questionnaire so we don't waste a whole lot of time with fluff, and we go right into wherever you're struggling or whatever you need help on. I have some people that I've mentored last year that's gotten jobs that book a one-on-one and we'll work through a claim together. So you use it however you see fit. You use it however you see fit. But again, I'm not soliciting anything, y'all. I'm just here. I'm just here. And another thing that I wanted to talk about too today, because I really can't work on one screen. I'm gonna go and split my screens and work through my new file again, which is what we was doing before they started the meeting. Is staff adjusting. I started off as a staff adjuster. I had no claims experience. I just had my work experience, and I didn't have a degree. And I think back then I started at 50,000 with Progressive. I'm saying that to say this. If you're unemployed and you're interested in being a claims adjuster, go out there and look for those entry level positions. They'll typically give you credit for a degree, for your prior work experience, so on and so forth. So then, when you're ready, or if you're called, um, on a deployment, you're ready, you have some experience. Because on a deployment, they're not going to, the training that they're going to give you is going to be so minimal because they're going to expect you to pull your own weight. Your coworkers, you may luck up on a coworker that'll help you a little bit, but they sit there and they, most times they're thinking like, you making the same money I'm making. I'm not helping you. I understand that production matters. I understand that the quality of my files matter. I'm trying to be here 6, 9, 12 months or what have you. I don't have time to hold your hands. Think about it. Just think about it and go in there. Just because you take a staff position does not mean that you still can't go and get and be a CAD adjuster, or get deployed. If you're still interested in that, while you're a staff adjuster, just make sure you stay updated on your rosters. Get as many certifications as you can. But if you're sitting at home waiting, get your job. I don't see where to hurt. My power back on. Okay, good deal. It went back off. Okay, my computer. Okay. Lord, these people in California talking about gumbo. Jesus. I ain't gonna even get in on that conversation. They came on and went back off, Mama? They did. It just flickered on. My keyboard isn't working. Let's see. um, Whatever. I wonder what's going on. Nene called me a minute ago. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna call. I am not going to the NACA conference. No, I am not going to the NACA conference this year. Um, mm-mm. I say everybody should go and get the experience if they're interested in it. It's a good way to network and to maybe find out about some companies that a lot of experienced adjusters don't mention or don't know about. It's a great experience. I just don't think that where I am right now in my career that it's gonna benefit me. Um, and then I just have some my other personal thoughts and feelings about it. But no, I'm not going this year. I'm not. I've been asked to be a presenter this year. What you said about the go because we know they don't know nothing. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I ain't gonna get into the gumbo debate. Mm-mm. They put a picture in there. Um, a crab looked like a king crab leg just laying across the top. Um, um, okay. But no, I'm not going this year. I just, yeah, I don't, listen, I ain't gonna say I'll never do independent or cat adjusting again because I had like a little 4 week assignment, a couple weeks where I was making 650 a day as a team lead. If that company called me back and I feel like I could work, 6, 9 months as a team lead making 650 a day, then yeah, I probably would. I ain't gonna lie. Um, I probably even try to double dip. But I'm not this job is what I've been looking for. Like the last deployment my health kind of suffered, and it's not because of the deployment, it's because I didn't take the time to take care of myself. I just did not. And I really had to fight this year to get my health back on track. So that's why I'm against it. As a team lead, yes, I would. Because I would have the autonomy to exercise and move around and get off. Because as a team lead, the only time I probably would own a file is if someone calls in or something like that. But other than that, I'm just available to help the adjusters walk through the claim or something like that. So as a team lead, yeah, I probably would. I probably would. But I'm 50, y'all, and my goal is not to work for the next 10 years. The NACA conference, I would say, would be a good place to go. If you have if you have the monies and you're okay with spending it, it was a good experience. But Crawford have a conference. Ebro has a conference. Like all of the major heavy hitters pretty much have conferences. Um, I gotta go look at everybody that invited me. I got invited to a conference by, it's not Pilot, but they are in Mobile. Oh, what's the name of that company? Colonial. Colonial Claims had a really nice conference. Um, and then they have one in Texas in San Antonio. I didn't go. Who was that? But once you start getting on those rosters and just getting out there, you'll see the conferences and just pick a couple of them and go to. Um, So yeah, but the NACA is the most popular one, and I have it was okay. My feelings on NACA last year was it was a lot of information there. It was exciting. Um, Me and a couple of other adjusters met up at another hotel outside of NACA. That we look, I don't like to talk negative about anything, but you just have to realize the spaces that Mm, mm. You just have to realize the spaces that you're in and how they want us in those spaces for money, and then not necessarily, I don't know. But I was offered to come back and be a presenter. Just not, I'm just not interested. I'm just not interested. I hope my power stay on. CNC, that's them. They had a nice conference this year. So there's a lot of conferences out there. And then like if you go grab go and join some of the Facebook groups, they always have stuff listed in there as well. Oh, my power's back on. But I only use those Facebook groups just to be nosy and look around, see what's going on, see what the chatter is. I don't do a whole lot of talking or anything like that in those Facebook groups. But yeah, she found it as CNC in Mobile. So yeah, that was CNC. They had a really good conference as well. But NACA, I think it's a great experience if you're wanting to be an independent cat adjuster. Like I said, I saw firms there that I had never heard of. And then being in the field so long, y'all, there's firms like that firm that offered me $650 per day. You don't hear people talking about those firms. You don't, because typically they won't hire you without experience anyway. But now he putting his crab oil in there. I'm gonna love it. um, but yeah, and the firms that you Google, when you Google, even like you could Google, and that's why I want to do like I want to get together like with some of my people that's interested, like away from the open social media. And I'll probably drop some of those names, but I wouldn't want them bombarded with fake resumes and stuff like that. But yeah, they have firms out there. If you Google firms, they wouldn't even come up for you. They wouldn't even come up for you. And 9 times out of 10, those are the firms that I'm registered with and that I'm interested in. And they have one, Field Pros Direct. I've never worked for them, but I met them. I didn't even know about them, but I went to their booth at NACA, Field Pros Direct, and they have some really big accounts. All right, y'all. So, what's this? 12:25, 1, 2. So I gotta go get in the school line and get my kids. I thank y'all for rocking with me. I still gotta come back and finish working on this new claim. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. It depends on my kids and their mood and all that stuff. If they're gonna sit down and let me work. But I do appreciate y'all for rocking with me. I'm gonna put something together. See how I could put something together where we could just get together and talk, especially for my people that's always joining my lives, and we could talk like off, social media, and I can, and just to, I'll drop a few of the names of the experienced companies. I'll show you some of the offers that I get and what they look like, because me sitting here and saying, and I think I've shown them before, $650 a day or $1,100 a day, you might think, she's not telling the truth. But I could show you the offers. I could show you the text messages, the emails, and stuff like that, just to let you know that it's real and why I think you should. Oh, it was smooth. I'm always securing staff positions. I've done it my whole career. That's how I get experience with Progressive and Allstate and non-standard. Like, I'll go work for a non-standard. If it's slow for that year and I need to make my money, I'll go work for a non-standard company. And but when the thing is, when they look at your resume and they see that most of your experience is as an independent adjuster or a cat adjuster, they'll be like, why should we hire you? Why should we give you a chance? How do we know you're not going to leave if a storm comes? And then it's on you to sell yourself. I'll be like, well, I'm looking for stability, and I've had my run with that, and I pretty much sell myself on that. And then when a storm comes, I be feeling bad because I'm like, I'm out of here. But not this time. That was just like, working, doing auto or something like that. But with specializing, I can make my money, my 6 figures here, specializing in commercial claims. My next goal is, and my supervisor was like, Becky, what are you looking to do? Because we see you're experienced in this. What are you looking to do to grow here? And he asked me if I was interested in BI. Yeah, he asked me if I'm interested in BI. I'm not interested in BI. I did BI with Allstate. I did not like it. But what I am interested in, and I told him last week, is subrogation. No, I don't think this field is flooded, because if you go on LinkedIn, if you go on any career site, you'll see that they're always hiring for adjusters. As long as we write policies and we have claims, they're gonna need licensed adjusters to work them. So no, I do not. As a independent cat adjuster, we do have an influx of people that's just finding out about it. The money, y'all, is not what it used to be when I first got into it, but the money is still there and it's still good. If you're coming from making $20 an hour to getting a deployment making $40 an hour, then you're making what, $60 an hour on overtime. Look, the money is there. If you're getting a daily rate of $350, $450, that's still good money when you're making $200 a day. You know what I mean? So I think that it's becoming more popular, but I don't think that it's flooded. I don't think so, because you have people like me that's tired. You have people that age out, die out, and just burnt out. Like, I really got burnt out. I really, really, really got burnt out. So I don't think that there's an overload of it. May be a little bit more competitive just because it's been slow. Um, Going into CAT and all that, even with the a lot of CAT experienced CAT adjusters, they'd rather go do anything else than to sit down and work a staff job. They'll go and get a job with a roofing company or something like that. You know, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do staff. So I don't think that it's, flooded. I think that there's still room for growth. It may be a little bit more competitive, but I still think that the opportunity to get into the field is there, and definitely as a staff adjuster. Then once you get in, you could go in and you could be like, you may be starting out entry level, you know, but there's so many different, like, I applied to a company that does like um high end, and I applied to them. I hadn't heard anything back, but they do like high end claims where they insure like Maseratis and jewelry and expensive furniture and things like that. $1 million homes, million and up homes. I applied to them, so you can specialize. Like, companies like Walmart have claims departments. Because I looked. Um, One of my mentees applied to, she's an experienced adjuster, but she just wanted to know all the options out there. She applied to Carnival after hearing me talk about a Carnival claims position. Carnival Cruise Line, they have claims positions. Like, any company that offer services and have doors open to their businesses, they have insurance policies. And those policies have to be adjusted. So there's so many different routes you can go. When you hear people talking about claims, most times it's the surface level, property adjusting, flood adjusting, entry level car adjusting, damage appraisals and stuff like that. You can be a field appraiser and make good money just by going out and appraising and inspecting homes, cars during hailstorms and stuff like that. They make really good money too. The least of it is like being a desk adjuster, and that's for people like me that want to sit at home and don't want to go out in the field or anything like that. But the opportunities are there. They are definitely here. The opportunities are here. Don't You see a lot of people that interact with people online that's talking about claims or what have you. You have people that's been in the claim industry for 6 months that's now talking about claims and selling ebooks and all that. It's become popular, but that doesn't mean that it's saturated. That doesn't mean that it's saturated. You just have to know how to sell yourself. And entry level don't mean that you have to stay that. You've seen that, yeah. Everybody, yeah. So I just try to keep it honest, and I'm working, for new independent adjusting. As an independent adjuster, it's gonna be with your CAT firms or what have you. For, let's just say, because ain't much going on out there for independent, but just say staff, you're independent but you want to hop over to staff. I would say go directly to some of these companies. Go to Liberty Mutual, State Farm, go to AAA, hires adjusters. AARP hires adjusters. Who else? Go directly to State Farm. State Farm just pulls so many contracts from the different cat firms, they pulling their contracts and they're hiring like crazy. One of my friends actually, and she did not want to be a staff adjuster, but she actually took a position with State Farm. State Farm. Travelers. Let's see, Travelers. It was one that I came National General. They actually sent me an email and asked me to apply. It's Nat Gen, and they were just purchased by Allstate. Allstate, Progressive. Let's see, it was another company. And then you have like your local, like those local insurance companies. Like here in Louisiana, we have Go Auto. They have claims departments. Zurich. It's another one. NARS. NARS. They're hiring as well. Yeah, you stay pretty busy with auto claims. Yeah. And a lot of people, excuse me, your first position is probably 9.5% of the time is going to be with auto. It's going to be with auto. Yeah, I wrote Zurich Insurance Company down. And then it's another one. I said NARS. Go take a look at NARS. And then my other notebook is in my other room. Let's see. And then like go to Indeed. They have another company that reached out to me. The name of the company is Insure. INSURE. But they were looking for a commercial adjuster. Pay rate was from 90,000 up to 110, 120. I didn't look to say if they had any. Yeah, you never heard of Zurich? I didn't root insurance. So yeah, that would probably be like your local non-standard insurance company. I've worked for those. If that's the first person that called me when I wasn't on deployment and I needed to work or wanted to work, I would take them. It's another one, y'all. Shoot, I can't think of them, but I'll think of them. But yeah, TikTokumentaries. I'm gonna follow you. TikTokumentaries. Let me see if I can follow you real quick, cause I'll forget. I'm gonna have to write you down. I don't even know how to follow you on here. Said that they stay pretty busy with auto claims. Do you do auto claims in the field? So yeah, your first job is probably gonna be auto. Even during a cat assignment, it's probably gonna be auto. Is it hard to go from property to auto? I have no auto experience, but I see property is so slow right now. No, it's not. Property is a little bit more detailed than auto. So if you can work a property claim, you can work an auto claim. If you can work a property claim, you can work an auto claim. Now the only thing is with auto, you probably have to determine liability. I hate determining liability on first and third party. I don't have time to break down what first and third party is, but typically entry level on an auto claim, that's what you're going to be doing, right? Unless you're in total loss. If you're in total loss, then liability is already determined, and that's who's at fault and what percentage are they at fault, and then it depends on the state, right? So if you can work property, you can work auto. You'll probably have to get comfortable with determining liability and handling multiple features, right? So multiple features in auto is like rental, PIP, and different things like that. But when you're dealing with property, you're dealing with like maybe loss of use. That's an auto too. We pay loss of use if they request it. A lot of people don't even know to request loss of use. But ALE, additional in property, you have ALE, right? Additional living expenses. So that's kind of like an open feature on auto, right? And then on auto we have like comp and collision. So comp and collision. Comp is you hit a deer, your glass break, right? Collision is you actually collide with something. And then some people have liability only policy. Just say you got an old car, you got a 1985 Subaru, and you don't want to pay company collision. You just gonna pay liability. Liability. If that Subaru hits somebody, then they're liable for the accident. Then liability will take care of the other people. So that's the only difference. And I'm talking fast because I'm getting ready to go. Oh Lord, this man calling me, and I know why. We've been talking about gumbo. Hello. The gumbo queen, yeah. You can call me the gumbo queen. I'll take that. Give me just a second. Let me get back to that. Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Wait just a second. 2. My power went out. Come on. Okay. Okay, 202304-02. $92.11 is $93.11. Okay, so that was 202304-02-40000097. Okay, there it is. Okay, I got it pulled up here. Okay, I got it pulled up here. Okay. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In-house. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. 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 Yeah, that today was my first day getting into it. Okay. All right. 6,000 in PD and 9,000 in loss of use. So now we're just pending proof of the loss of use in the PD. Okay. Yeah, because they have backup school buses. Yeah. Right. Right. Or you incurred expenses because you couldn't use that school bus. Okay. All right. Right. Okay. Good deal. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Okay. I'm ready for that cook off whenever you are. Just yeah, have corporate fly us out and we can do a cook off. But I have to ship my ingredients now. Yeah, yeah. I have to get my make sure all of my ingredients are there, and we can have a cook off. Oh no. Uh-huh. 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 Well, that's how I know my gumbo is better than yours. In Louisiana. Yeah, and you don't have all the yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. If you have to use, if you do good, if you make do with what you have in California and it's still good, okay, you may give me a run for my money. No real sausage. Okay. Okay. Well, if you can make that work, then I don't know. You may give me a run for my money then. I have to use what's in California. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I've never been to California, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I have to get there like a week early. I have to do a trial run. Yeah, I'm gonna need it. If I can't ship my ingredients from Louisiana, I'm gonna need it. Then y'all don't have real sausages, fresh seafood. Okay, no D&D, huh? Okay, no mandas or anything like that. Okay, no Tony Saccharis, no Louisiana, none of that. Oh God. Okay, okay, okay. Do you make your roux from scratch? Okay, all right. I'm down for the cook-off then. We just got to get them to pay for our flights and hotel. We'll pay for mine. You're in California. You can't even get a raise. Okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate you for that. Right. 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 Exactly. Yeah. Really? Yeah. Yeah. How long have you been in California? It's been a long time. Yeah. Uh huh. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, if you ever fly home, let me know. We can grab a bite to eat or something. No, I love. Yeah, no, I love eating out now. I'm lazy. I'm gonna be honest. I don't. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, my husband. Yeah we own a couple trucks. Yeah. Chemicals. We do tankers. Yeah. Hazmat. Exactly. Yeah. Mhm. Oh yeah, my husband talk about that all the time. We really didn't. We took a hit when the fuel was, really expensive, but not like everybody else. Thank God. Yeah, not like everybody else. Mhm. 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 Right. And we get fuel surcharges on our trucks as well, so we don't hold that entire expense. Mhm. $8? Oh God. Yeah, that would have put us out of business. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'll keep an eye out. hmm I'm not. I'm gonna go in. Right. Right. Oh, they're trying to milk it, huh? Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Yeah. They probably. Mm-hmm. Make sure I look for that. Okay. Admin fees. Okay. Okay. It's not part of the loss. Right. Exactly. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Have a good one. Bye bye. Y'all, I'm gonna be at the end of the pickup line. My kid's gonna kill me. Um, he is. He's originally from Louisiana. He said he left Louisiana running from his mom was trying to marry him off to her best friend's daughter who was attending LSU. So he went to USC and he's been out there the entire time. So yeah, he is originally from Louisiana. And he still has his Louisiana accent too. But I still don't think he could beat me of making gumbo. No, you cannot depend on a police report. You can depend on a police report to verify the date and time of loss, to verify the vehicles involved, but you got to keep in mind that their interpretation of the facts of loss is their interpretation of the facts of loss. And sometimes they can be biased. Can they help us? Yeah, but if there's a if the scene itself and what our insured, because keep in mind we work for our insured, and our insured is adamant and have proof and the facts of loss and the damages to whatever does not align with the police report, we don't solely, especially in commercial, we don't solely depend on the police report, right? So it just depends. Sometimes it'll help me finalize my liability decision, but sometimes no, we won't even take it into consideration. Just depending. Oh yeah. No, the police report it definitely is. It's subjective. Okay, guys, thank y'all so much for joining me. My kids gonna kill me because I'm usually in the pickup line like about 2 o'clock. So I'm not. I haven't taken a lunch break or anything. So I'm just gonna get up and walk away from my desk. But I'm gonna. I, y'all send me a message. Put a message in my inbox. I'm gonna see if I can find us another platform to talk on, maybe Zoom because I have a Zoom subscription for my mentees, and it'll be free and we could just talk openly, about some of the things in the field that I don't feel comfortable with sharing online. But thank you guys so much, and then I'll put something out where y'all know that I'm doing it. You'll probably have to register for it because I'm not gonna want, um, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But I'll put something out and then I'll probably have a link where you register because I'm gonna want you to register. I want you to turn your cameras on because I need to know who I'm talking to. And once we get in, and then we'll just go from there. But thank y'all so much. I'll see y'all later.